you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed in attaining all in that which is your need? To be heard by the real answerer of all deeds, the true hero of all whom pleads. Who of you really want to bow down to the true King of Kings commanding the crown? To worship the one that ever rules alone, commanding everything of creation from the seat of its throne.
With me is my brother, companion, brother Fakil Abdul-Aziz, and with us in the house again, Lord Holy-Apostle Deen, the messenger and prophet of Ahezaah Allah for this day and time. Ahezaah, peace on the blessing you about your present brothers. We're going to continue on our conversation from our previous program concerning the devil within and those taking objects of worship other than the true Lord Most High itself in this program. Lord Holy-Apostle Deen was expounding on a little bit about the reality about the devil and how he mentioned Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We're talking about who let the devil in, for example.
Yeah.
And many times black folks in the nation will look around like we look for the Caucasians, not realizing the devil was already in the house.
Right.
Many times. And people in the world, all the time, people in the world today still looking for the devil. Where's that? Where's that? And you mentioned the fact that we need to get over the fact that the Caucasian only being the devil, because African Americans themselves are the devil. And you mentioned key players that are put in position as our so-called leaders. And they're duping us, doers of evil.
After having been duped.
Yeah.
Been duped.
But you know, Elijah made a statement, and I think it was a very important statement.
Okay.
But let me rephrase that. I heard someone said that Elijah made this statement. He said that you have some good Caucasians. He said white men.
Okay.
But you just can't trust them. You don't know who to trust. And I can understand that because we're in a society, and I often call it their house.
Yeah.
You know, see, we got some of our people try to act like it's our house.
Right.
You know, well, before it's our house, I would think it's the Native Americans' house,
Right.
which has been taken over by some other people. You know, because no matter how many hundreds of years have passed by, it's still the Native Americans' land. I don't care what is done, because every person that's misusing or abusing some other person that they have caused to be less than themselves, they have to answer for that at the throne of the Lord on their judgment. They have to answer for their devils. You know, people in these government, social welfare offices and things of that nature, they have to answer, you know, for their devils. You have people who are made to be needy, and then you have people who are hired, and it seems as though that they hire the devils from amongst the people to serve these people who are needy, because you or I can go on one of those offices not needing any assistance, but we may be there for some other business, and boy, the treatment you receive because they think you are needy.
Yeah.
You know. And they're devils. They're doers of evil. That's what devil means. Devil is a compound word.
Right.
That means doers of evil. You know. And they're doers of evil, and they have to answer for, you know, things that they do. But yeah, man, everybody got devils in them, man. It's just a matter of how your devil is manifested. How it is used, you know.
Lord Holy-Apostle, is the devil, is it egotism that the devil is manifested in? Is that the problem?
The devil works through your ego. It works through your ego, and it works through your fears. It works through your insecurity. It works through, and when you talk about your ego, you know, think about how many people believe that they are better than another person because they make more money than that person.
Yeah.
Now, how do your status change all of a sudden? If I'm making $20,000 a year today, and I happen to get a job making $100,000, how am I better than the people that I just left making the $20,000? I'm not better than them people. I just make more money than them people. If I'm a millionaire or billionaire, I'm not better than the person who only make a minimum wage. I might be better off materially. And that's not necessarily true. In the absolute, and when you look at it from the higher level of understanding, having $1 billion don't make you better off.
That's true.
Because see, when you get down to the reality of the thing, when you go to the throne of the Lord, you're not going to impress the Lord because you was rich.
Yeah.
You're not going to impress the Lord by that because see, the Lord is the one that gives you the riches.
Right.
See, the same Lord that's keeping me poor, keeping me in not so much in poverty, but I could say poverty, but keeping me they consider me in poverty.
Right, okay.
You know, the rich man, that same Lord that's keeping me in this condition is keeping them in the condition that they're in.
Right.
So the Lord is the one that's greater and greatest,
Right.
best, better, or better, best in whatever. You understand? That's the Lord, not people. You know? Because if I have, you know, for instance, when I walk the streets or if I drive or if I come into some people who are beggars, you know, you have a lot of beggars, panhandlers and what have you. And they ask me for money. I don't just say, get away from me. You know, go get a job.
Right.
You know, I don't look down on them automatically.
Right.
You know, but the first thing I do with a panhandler is what I do when I come into a dignitary's office or in the presence of a dignitary who may come to me with some concerns or, you know, want to see me for some reason or another. I ask the Lord, who is this? Why is he approaching me like this?
Right.
What is it for me to do about this person? I ask the Lord. I can say to the people, ask your heart and soul. You know, because see, you have panhandlers that are evil people.
Yeah.
And they're being punished, some of them, by the Lord Most High. Victimized and punished. And you know, when I was a younger man, I couldn't see that.
Okay.
You know, I would say, you know, look what the Caucasians done to us.
Right.
You know? But after I've grown and become more of an elder person,
right.
You know, and have many years under my belt, many experiences, and have known hundreds of thousands of people, and remember many of these people I see as panhandlers, remember them specifically rejecting Allah's word.
Okay. Okay.
Now I look at them and say, this is your reward for rejection of the Lord Most High.
Okay.
You know? And people don't, when they reject and they living in their glory, you got men who have killed themselves because they could not accept losing their God being material wealth. Jumping off bridges and going to hell. Thinking they're going to just end it all because somebody told them that you only live once and that's it. It's done. Well, that's the devil's word. The devil wants you to think that there's no life hereafter. The devil wants you to think that once you live here, there's nothing to look forward to in the life beyond this life. The devil wants you to think that all your heaven and your hell is right here. And that what you do is all up to you, when it is not.
That's something because now when you mentioned the thing about, you mentioned money, the person making 20s compared to the one making 100,000. You always told us back to the noon again, all on perception, how people perceive a thing. That's when they get to the mindset, now I'm better because now I perceive I'm making more, so therefore I'm better than they are. And now think about what the Lord says in the Quran. Fret not what I give them, they had that for a little while.
Yes.
And after that, it returns to me, and they'll have their place in the hell.
Yes.
So people think that are rich. Then you mentioned this thing about it's harder for the rich man to enter heaven than can go through eye of a needle again.
Yes.
Back to what Jesus was talking about. So people look at things about the monetary and the things, those objects of worship, hoarding that stuff like that's going to buy you into paradise. Some people really believe that. And I think about the prophet Solomon. When he said, above all things, I seek wisdom.
Yes.
Above, it's because that he became the richest and the wisest king at his time, because he forsook all the things of this world to seek that with divine guidance from the Lord.
But there are masses of people who go to the various congregation groups and they hear the Quran and they hear the stories in the books of the Bible.
Okay.
And they boldly come back and they take those lessons and they, while they're in church, maybe they think that they apply it to themselves, but they're tested again once they come out into the world, or whether they're even in their congregations about money truly being something that they worship above other things, or their fame, or their influence, or something like that. They hear these words, but what caused them to be so weak?
You have to understand one thing. One fact of the matter is, like, today the devil in the church, the preachers and the ministers and the priests, they are the devils. Many of them, the imams, many of them. See, people don't understand. The Lord has come down today to attack the religious people.
Right.
See, religious people are so snooty and mean and think they're better than everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? But the religious people and the scholars of religion and the scholars of politics, see, they're the greatest enemies of the Lord Most High.
Yes.
The politicians and the religious people are the greatest enemies of the Lord Most High today. This is what the Lord has revealed to me. And like you have these gangs, these Crips, these Bloods, these the Añeros or whatever, you know, all these different gangs and stuff going on. They trying to find social programs to stop these things, right?
Right.
People, you can't stop that. You're not going to stop it, because the Lord said that these people, these children, or this X generation, is a curse that's been placed on the people today for rejection of it. Now, it said the man, and they always say in religion, the Lord works in strange ways. Mysterious ways. Now, Elijah came in a very mysterious way. Came through behind a man who called him, whom the Lord called through him.
Right.
Farad Muhammad, or Wallace Farad.
Right.
Or Master Farad Muhammad, or Wali Farad. He had a few names he called himself. And he looked like a Caucasian. He was from, I believe, Arabia. He looked just like a Caucasian. So Allah came like a thief in the night, like it said it would come in the Holy Quran. I will come like a thief in the night. How many people know that the Holy Quran, the prophecy of the Holy Quran, are all geared towards us? Much is pointing towards America. Much is pointing towards the African Americans in this day and time. They can't see it because they hold themselves, the black African Americans hold themselves in such low estimation, they can't believe that the Lord is actually relating to them. And then the Arabs, who are part of a worldwide conspiracy with the devil and the demon beast on earth against the chosen people today, the ones who were supposed to come in the new day to the new city of peace, the new Jerusalem. And while we're on that, I just want to say to the people that we've been talking about in our particular book and other books and our newsletters for many years now, about how a so-called group of people who consider themselves the chosen people will never refuse to let go that they're no longer the chosen people of the Lord, because they turned away from the prophet and turned to his son and followed his egotistical way of taking all, being aggressive and getting all the riches. And without calling any names, they want to take the old Jerusalem and the new Jerusalem. Now, you could say I'm crazy if you want it, but you better look outside your windows.
That's right.
And look in this particular city and see who's buying it up. Why are they buying up the city that Nostradamus talked about was a new city with big buildings that was located on the between 40th and 50th parallel of the globe, of the latitude of the globe.
That's right.
Why they pinpoint the New Jerusalem? Why people call it New Jersey Jerusalem? Huh?
That's right.
Why was the people who put in the minds of the people call us the New Ark? And why is the devil here trying to take this city? Why the government found interest in this city to put billions of dollars in it and make sure they taking it? And of all the athletic teams they bringing up in here, why they bringing the New Jersey Devils up in here? Now see, it might seem like a joke. Oh, yeah, boy, he be putting stuff together so good. I ain't putting this stuff together. This stuff is for you to see for yourself. I'm just pointing it out. The Lord pointed it out to me and telling me to speak about it. I'm pointing it out to you, because in the end, the people who reject the Lord Most High in this day and time and reject me, its messenger, to you all, to the world, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. And see, the thing about it is, just like the devil relate to people, the Lord relates to people too.
Yes.
So you got Muslims who run around here and say Muhammad's the last messenger prophet of the Lord, That's like saying, shut up, Allah.
Right.
That's the devil saying, I'm going to shut Allah up. I'm going to put this word in all these millions and billions of Muslims' head, mind, so they can go out there and say, there's no one to come. Allah is not coming no more. Forget that. Muhammad was the last. When humanity needs the Lord all the time. If the Lord ever stopped giving his mercy and his wisdom, which it gives to men, we will all be lost. There will be destruction. This place won't even be good enough for the devils. You hear me? The devils want to give it up. That's why they're trying to go to other planets, trying to live in outer space. Come on, let's be for real. You know, they laughed at Elijah. Elijah said in the last day, the aliens gonna come, or the mothership gonna come and take us out of here, right? And they laugh, look how ridiculous he is. And all the time they building space stations and motherships. And they want to get you out of here. And now they're taking people on joyrides, you know. But see, Ahezaah let them people get that Columbia, get whatever that one.
Shine the show, right?
That's right. Get exploded. Took a nice little school teacher and everybody else. Because see, these are the enemies of the Lord Most High. The educators are the enemies of the Lord Most High today. I don't care how sweet they think they are. And you know, it's like I said in the previous show. All the devil wants you to do is follow it a little bit. Just turn away from the Lord a little bit. And these people around here who are good people have turned away from the Lord a little bit. And it's hard to see that they're evil, that they're falling for evil because they're so good, but they've turned away from the Lord. You know? Just like I sent some lectures to a Christian church, a Christian congregation, and them people applauded and said, praise be the Lord, amen, hallelujah, you know, and I'm sending them my lectures. But when they hear me speak, can't listen to that.
Not knowing they've heard you speak.
Not knowing they've heard me speak.
And more witness to the truth.
Now, if you close your eyes and stop being so prejudiced, so evil, so falling for the devil, then you can hear wisdom.
Right.
You know? But if you close your mind just because somebody say Allah, or Jesus, or Muhammad, or Buddha, if you close your mind, you ain't letting nothing in.
Right.
You know, and you got a mind to receive. That's what your mind is for, to receive and to let off.
That's so true. Part of the thing that you were talking about before, Brother Frank, when people of religious congregations say they hate particular books, Holy-Apostle Ahezaah expressed to him that it's about education. They're not being educated many times in those congregations. That's why they go out after they day worship and say, I forgot. I heard that, but I don't even really remember. Because they can hook them into the emotionalism.
A lot of them going and having party.
So they don't now focus on the teaching that they've been given. He was mentioning about educating. When you read the Lord's book, have the dictionary as a part of your study, part of your duty to be understanding what your religion is all about. I had a conversation with a person today about that. If you understand what your religion is about, then you can be open up more to the reality and the truth that the message be given from this particular message. Any message came with the Lord's truth.
Yeah, my message is the same as the message of old, but it has been fashioned for today.
Right.
You know, it supports those, it reopens those messages, and it also explains those messages, because you got a lot of messages that's not explained anymore. During the times of the prophets, when they were here, they spoke just like I speak, and they speak their explanations. You understand? But the fact of the matter is, like, people are afraid of the truth because, the truth, it burns them, because of that opposition that they have inside themselves. But the Lord said, I'm not going to be a preacher. I'll be a teacher, but I'm not going to be a preacher. I'm not going to give you no good old time religion. I'm not going to get up and make you feel good. Most people that come to me, they find it hard after a while to like me, because it's all right that I tell them the truth at first, but then they find out that he always telling the truth.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this truth. I'm wrestling with this. I can't do it. Yes, you can. If you understand how to do it. See, the people who follow the devil tells people you can be all you want to be.
Yeah.
All you need is to have faith in yourself and believe in yourself and trust in yourself. No, that devil's a liar. I do not believe in me. I do not trust in me. I do not have faith in me. Because if I had those things in me, that means I will be putting myself as equal to my Lord, as equal to the Lord Most High. I will be placing myself up as one who has power and independence, you know, the ability to do whatever it is I want to do. And it is not true. Just because the devil let certain individuals through the door of success in this world, don't mean that them people are capable of doing whatever they want to do. The devil will blind you. Remember that group, the Public Enemy #1?
Yeah.
And they fight the power that be, right? You don't hear about them no more.
No.
Why? They became famous. You got this knucklehead, one of the knuckleheads from that group. You know, they exploiting them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The most famous one.
I tried to contact Chuck D. I ain't never got nothing back in return.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that anybody who becomes a voice for the lowly people, they buy them off.
Right.
They shut them down. Look how them people used to walk hand in hand, arm in arm. The dogs biting, water, firemen blowing water hose on them. Where they at? Most of them in the doggone White House in politics, and they trying to screw the people over. Now they got what they want.
Right.
But you still got people out here, still suffering at the hands of the masters. Those who make themselves lords over these people. And they make themselves lords through controlling you. They have rent control, they have job control, they have land control. They have landlines. You can't be in certain areas at certain times. You don't have no freedom to go wherever you want to go. They tell you that lie, but you can't. And then you have the brainwashed people of your own who will fight for them and kill you for them. And be upset thinking that you shaking up the world and gonna take something, take their goodies away. Don't realize when that man get finished with you, he gonna kick you to the curb. He gonna kick you aside. Because that's what they do with everybody. It's like Oprah and a few others. They get them another one. Right. Once they use Oprah up, they gonna have another one. They gonna have a retread.
That's right. I think about what you said about when you're talking about they always, especially in education, in school, when you're a young person, believe in yourself. And I think about what you've given us now, this information, when they talk about the self to be esteemed, and the Lord to be exalted and esteemed.
Yeah.
The higher self. When they call you to the lower self and say,
when they talking about that self thing, how many people know the self, the supreme self, the real self is the Lord? Right. How do they know? When they say have faith in you, they can say, well, Lord, I told them to have faith in you. I said in yourself, you are the self of all things. No. They point you to you. And then they give you a method to get it. Mm-hmm. If you do A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, which is their pattern, if you follow their pattern, then they will see that you get this, that, and the other. And then they can raise you up and make it seem as though you're great. Why is it so easy for them to go around the city and create and redo the athletic places? I know we need athletic fields and gymnasiums and things of that nature. I know we need to exercise. Who was it told them that to take all the land away and give the children no place to play? Hardly had no backyards, no fields, no nothing. Remaking the city for who? You understand? Right. And why is it that they're so busy in raising our people and others up in athletics and games? Oh man, you can rise to the top if you playing games. Yeah. But how far you gonna go if you talking about real freedom, real equality, real justice, real independence? How far you think you're gonna go? These same people, like I mentioned one day, I shouldn't mention nobody's name, but these same people, man, if they say the wrong words, I don't care how much money they got. Those people who have power over them gonna snatch them down. Yeah. And they talk about how Mike Tyson spent $300 million. It's easy to spend $300 million, people. Don't let nobody fool them. If you're not educated to deal with money, it's easy to spend $300 million. They knew Mike Tyson had a problem. They knew the devil had Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
They knew that Mike wasn't, he was ill, but they exploited him from the beginning.
Right.
And then gave him that money. They knew when they gave him that money and gave him all that opportunity, they knew what he was going to do with that.
Right.
And then they say, how could he do it? Now they want to make mockery of him.
Yeah.
And he's no different than he was in the first day.
None of those entertainers get out there like that, and when they get into what they call weird behavior, unusual behavior, they ridicule them, but they don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to acknowledge that they were part of bringing those people to that point.
Yes. I'll tell you one guy, I mentioned him on the show a year ago or something. Abdul Rauf played basketball for
the Rockets, I believe.
The Denver
Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. Yeah.
And he made a statement about America representing tyranny. The flag representing tyranny. He was telling the truth. To many nations, that's what the flag represents. Tyranny, terrorism. See, we don't see what we do as a nation as terroristic because we're on the other side. Yeah, go get them Iranians, go get them Iraqis, go get them Palestinians, go get whoever, go get them Cubans, go get them Russians, protect our land. We don't see what's going on the other side. But somebody drop a hand grenade over here after you didn't drop a 20 megaton bomb over there. He said, look what they're doing to us. And the people don't even understand what terror is.
Right.
Because we don't live it over here. And he was a rich man, and Michael Jordan made a lot of money. If Michael Jordan made $1 million, the people who sponsored him, they made 20 million, 100 million, $1 billion.
Yeah.
You understand? Abdul Mahmoud Rauf, he was making a lot of millions and millions of dollars for them people.
Right.
And that money don't matter because they robbing the people anyway. What is $1 million to this government?
That's right.
That's nothing. They drop $1 million here, drop $1 million there just to get somebody to smile on them.
Yeah.
You understand? And they make it seem like to us they doing the righteous thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
people don't look at it like that. The tyranny that put forth in other countries, that our people are so blind back to being controlled again.
Well, that's because we are controlled. Sound like we just went to China somewhere. That guy over there, he's getting excited or something. I don't know what's going on with him. Getting excited and hitting the gong and want to get us out of here.
I think it's very sensitive.
But you see how they snatched Abdul Rauf from his profession, and he said he'd rather go to Canada and play or live. I can understand that. He only told the truth, but they said, look at what we do for him, giving him that money. I'm finished with it.
Hopefully you enjoyed what you heard this evening. We hope that you continue to tune in. This has been an I-Have moment to call me for the storm. When you have a good evening and a good night.
Who of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed?